I want to introduce now Maxeem Georges is one of the fortunate few who has been resettled in another country, Australia. As Tony Shepherd said to me as we left the stage, sometimes the best things come out as you leave a stage. When people come to this country, they're not they anymore, they are we. So Maxeem is part of we. He made his journey from Syria to Lebanon, finally to Australia with his young family, and only 2 days ago celebrated the first anniversary of his resettlement. So to talk about the extraordinary impact of the Syrian crisis, I'd like to invite Maxeem Georges to the stage. Maxeem. So thank you. Thank you again, Maxeem, for doing this for us this morning, particularly given the upheaval that a second boy has brought to your life in the last 20 days.
Yeah, thank you.
Let's take that as our beginning, you know.
Yeah.
5 years ago, where were you?
Well, I was chief accountant in a company in Syria, advertisement newspaper. So I was working there, everything was good. But just in one day, everything collapsed. Yeah.
In one day?
Yeah, in my city, yeah, it takes just one day. I do remember that I slept one day, woke up after day, I found everything collapsed. Army in the streets, gangs in the streets, we cannot go work. And it started to be like ups and downs. So one day we can go work, one day we cannot. It depends on the situation. So, yeah.
And this is in the beautiful historic city of Homs.
Yeah, sure. Actually, it's quiet city, small city, beautiful. So you can go, you work, working, or buy your car. There's no noise, no traffic jams. So just you can go everywhere, what you wear. And actually, yeah, it's a historical city. Especially that we have Palmyras, we have some castle there, so yeah, it's very, very beautiful.
And a famous city for a whole range. I mean, it's been famous since ancient times, but famously Steve Jobs' parents came from Homs.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, in early 15th, I think, yeah. His parents just moved to America and we settled in America, so they are immigrants as well.
So you're an accountant there. Everybody has a village outside the city. How long did it take you to travel to the little village where your family was really from?
It takes from the city, from my village, it takes around 35 minutes by car, because we don't have trains between like these small distance. We have trains just from city to the other city, but in my case, it take 35 minutes by car. But anyway, I was living in home city, so it takes just 10 minutes to reach my home.
To get to work.
Yeah.
And you, Maxeem was saying to me earlier, 35 minutes to get back to the little rural village is about the same time as it takes him to get across Sydney to work now. So that's...
But in Sydney it's different, because in Sydney it takes more time, because I have to drive to the next town, then take train station to get town hall, so it's different. But in the car, the same. In the car, but there are no car here. And yeah. I can't use my car for work purposes, you know.
Who could afford the car? So everything changes in one day.
Yeah.
How long were you able to stay in Homs, and what was it like in the siege?
Well, I stayed in Homs after the war started, around 1 year. Yeah, I stayed there 1 year. Then I lost some of my best friends, so I decided to leave the city and go back to my village. So I left everything. Actually, I lost my home. My father lost his jobs and his money, so we all together just moved back to our village.
And when you say you lost your home,
yeah,
you literally were told, no, you can't walk back down that street anymore. You just can't go back. And
yeah, I can't. At this moment, I can't go there. I know, I don't know, because I asked some of my friends. They said that my house still exists, but nobody can go there. But I don't know anything about it. From that day to day, I don't know anything. Yeah.
So you get to the village. How long did you stay in the village?
Well, I stayed in my village around 1 year and a half. Then I escaped for Yemen.
Okay.
Yeah, but from my village to Lebanon, it's like a big decision because just I couldn't continue.
You couldn't continue to
Yeah,
live
yeah.
in
I
Beirut.
worked in my village. I owned a small shop and started to sell medical supplements. It's two different areas from my business, but actually I used to be in that. But I couldn't continue because of the financial crisis. So everything collapsed. We cannot continue. We buy something and lose money. We buy and sold and lose money, everything. So I couldn't continue, so I just escaped.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you and your wife, was your first son born at this stage?
Yeah.
And how old was he when you arrived?
Around 8 months.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I escaped Syria with my wife, my child, and $150. Yeah.
So you get to Lebanon.
Yeah.
What was life like there?
Well, look, Lebanon is a very difficult situation for me. I called my days in Lebanon black days. I don't know why, but anyway, I have wonderful friends, Lebanese friends in there. But I spent like very difficult days there. I worked 7 days a week, 15 hours a day.
And what were you doing?
Well, I work parking valet.
Okay, you're an accountant working
Yeah.
at a parking van.
So it's very, it was very difficult for
7
me.
days a week.
Yeah. Sometimes, like, I worked 1 year, 10 months. I couldn't take any day off. So from the first day to the last day, I'm working. So sometimes I escaped, like 2 hours, 3 hours, and go back to work, yeah.
And where were you living?
In the same place.
And what was the house like?
Just a small room, with kitchen, a bathroom. Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. And it was free of charge because of my work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you were saying to me before, it's hard to think about and believe in tomorrow. You know,
Yeah.
It's hard. Did that start? Did you were thinking then? Oh, we will go back to Syria. Or something will. You've applied to come to Australia. Did you know what tomorrow would be like?
Well, look, I'm working for tomorrow, but I don't believe in tomorrow.
You don't believe in tomorrow.
No, because I don't, like my situation in Syria, as I told you, suddenly I lost everything. Friends, relative, house, money, everything. So, no, I don't believe in tomorrow. Yeah, I think that if I will be alive tomorrow, so I'm working now for tomorrow. But I don't believe in tomorrow. I don't know. Somebody asked me, do you want to stay here in Australia? Do you want to go back to your home? I said, I don't know. Who knows? Maybe I will stay, maybe I will come back. Maybe I will go to any other place, I don't know. Maybe I will be Prime Minister. Who knows?
And it's still hard even after, well, it's even after just 1 year in Australia,
Yeah.
to find that sense of, this will keep going, there is hope, I can believe in tomorrow here. That's still hard?
Well, for me, I found it still hard.
Yeah.
But that's not related with Australia,
Yeah,
because
okay.
it's very personal things.
Yes.
Australia gave me hope, actually, refresh my dreams.
Yeah. Australia refreshed your dreams?
Yeah, actually, because like I'm working, I'm studying, I'm doing many, many things. I couldn't do it even in my country.
Yeah.
So Australia is different subject.
Yeah.
Personally, yeah, I still believe like I'm more like I'm living real life now. So I don't believe in tomorrow. That's why I don't know. Yeah, I'm going to say tomorrow.
Tell me the story of how you applied to come to Australia. Your wife has family in Australia?
Yeah, actually my wife.
Your parents are still in Syria?
Yeah.
How long did it take you to get news that you had been accepted to live in Australia?
It takes around 1 year.
And what did you know about Australia?
Well, previously I know maybe like general concepts. Yeah.
Kangaroos?
Sure. Yeah, general. I didn't know everything about it, because I couldn't imagine that someday I will come here.
Yeah.
Because in my country, people can imagine to go Europe, But Australia is too difficult, like a dream.
Yeah.
So nobody can imagine that will be here in Australia, even me. So yeah, it was very new for me. Yeah.
Now you arrived. You got that family support, your wife's family. How did you get this job with Allianz? How did that happen?
Well, actually, I got this job with Allianz with SSI support. So SSI, actually, they are doing very, very well with the refugees. And I'm saying that because I know that. They found this job for me, or actually they arranged to do interview with the Allianz. So I did this interview, and they are very encourage me and support me. That's why every time I thank SSI again and again and again. So
because they got you in the door.
Yeah,
they got
actually.
you the interview, and you got the job.
Yeah, actually.
Now you're working towards a Masters of Finance, is that right, at UTS, studying with a 20-day-old baby. And one of the things that you were saying earlier was that you want to encourage people when they arrive to get out and work.
Yeah.
Because they need that encouragement, because it's hard. You found it hard with all your education and your family connections.
Yeah, sure.
You still found it hard when you first got to Allianz. Why was it so hard for you?
Well, I don't know, but when I start working with Allianz, I start to contact with very English-speaking people. So I found myself that I speak English, but not that well. So I start to find myself very strange, or very stranger. So different working environment, actually, completely different. Different relationship even between employees. So all of these things let me feel that I'm a stranger. So I start to feel that it's getting more difficult rather than to be more easier. So yeah, that's it. But now I feel like I'm getting better because Allianz actually always support us. We are, from the SSI side, we are 5 people in Allianz. So I think...
You're working with SSI as well?
No, I'm just working in Allianz, yeah. So...
they're supporting you?
Allianz and us are actually supported. Now in Allianz, I'm doing business English writing. So they support us always in many different ways, like train us, doing the courses for us, everything. Yeah.
And so, last question. You have this baby. What's his name?
Marvin.
Marvin.
Yeah.
Why do you call him Marvin?
Because it's like my father's name.
Yes.
So my father's name is Marwan. So I don't like to name the same name, so I say Marvin.
A little bit different.
Yeah. Yeah. And my first kid called Gabriel, for Gabriel Garcia Marquez. Yeah.
And so you have this little Marvin now, 20 days old, born in Australia.
Yeah.
And Gabrielle, who's nothing but Australian, having arrived here so young.
Yeah, he's just a blink.
Yeah, just a baby.
Yeah.
Has that changed you? Has that given you some more hope and a feeling of being more settled, having that little boy?
Sure, yeah. Yeah, sure. Actually, because now I feel like my children have a good country with a good people, actually. So my children will grow here. So that's give me hope. Sure.
You can believe in their tomorrow.
Maybe their tomorrow, not mine.
You spoke very, very well. Thank you so much.
Thank
Maxeem.
you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.